have faith. I hear that a lot. And, well, it's not true. There's only one road which leads to heaven. All others lead to perdition. Straight is the gate, narrow is the way, and Jesus sums us up very clearly in this verse. John chapter 14 and verse 6, I'm going to read it, and then we'll all read it in unison. John chapter 14, verse 6, it says, Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. Let's all go ahead and read it together. Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. Again, Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. And again, Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father but by me. Who's the him there in this verse? Who's Jesus talking to?
The Father. No.
No.
Okay, he says it. That's
Jesus saith unto him. Who is it?
Thomas.
It's Thomas. Thomas. All right, let's go ahead and read it here a few more times, and those who are ready, we'll go ahead and try to say it, and we'll keep reading it and saying it, and then we'll get to our main lesson. John chapter 14, verse 6. Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. Again, Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. And let's see. Who's ready to say that?
John chapter 14, verse 6. Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
In the park home run. John chapter 14, verse 6. Let's all say it again. Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. Who else is ready for it? Tony.
Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
Great.
John 14, 6.
Excellent. Who else is ready for it? Go for it.
John 14, 6. Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
Excellent. Anyone else ready for it?
Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
How's that for getting volunteered?
John 14.
John 14, 6. Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
Excellent. Let's see. Let's all read it in unison again here. John 14, 6. Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. Anyone else feel ready to say it? If not, we'll go ahead and skip on to our lesson for today. Our lesson is the message of the book of John, and that is that Jesus is God. The book of John begins, in your notes you'll find there Roman numeral 1. It begins with the statement, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. It goes on to explain that all things were created by Him. It goes on then to explain that in Him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the importance behind this is that Jesus in the book of John is presented as Jehovah God come in the flesh. The God of the Old Testament who created the earth is come in the flesh to save sins. The God who gave Moses the commandments on Mount Sinai. The God who split the Red Sea, who delivered David from the Philistines. The God who sent the judges and the kings to His people. That very God is come in the flesh to save His people from their sins. Throughout the book of John, Jesus 7 times says, I am, and then compares Himself to something. The first time He says, I am the bread of life. Then He says, I am the light of the world. Then I am the door. I am the good shepherd. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the way, the truth, and the life, and I am the true vine. 7 times He presents Himself as Jehovah God, and gives us a comparison of some aspect of his character and nature which applies to us. The 7 I am statements in the book of John contain everything we need for salvation and everything we need for spiritual victory also. You'll find the 7 I am statements on the second page, on the back side at the very bottom. We'll look over them a little more later, but basically, in the prologue of the book of John, that's the very first part of a book. When I was a kid, when I would open a book up, I would look at the front, it would say prologue. I would skip that. It would say introduction. I would skip that. Acknowledgments. Forget this. I'd skip on to chapter 1 and maybe glaze over that too if they didn't get to anything fast. Anyway, well, the importance of a prologue is it lets you know what the book is all about. And when you're a kid and you're reading the Hardy Boys, you really don't frankly care what the book is about. You just care about Chet getting hit on the head for the 10th time in the row. Anyway, anyone here ever read Hardy Boys?
Yeah.
A few. Anyway, they were great. But the prologue of the book of John introduces Jesus as who he is and sets the tone for the entire book of John. The Word was rejected. Someone tell me, who was the Word rejected by?
His own.
He came unto his own, and his own received him not. Who else? The world. He came unto the world, or he was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God. The Word came in the flesh, was there to manifest God to the world. Jesus came to show God to the world. He came to glorify the Father. You'll find that theme throughout the book of John. The book of John then moves on to Jesus' public ministry. The book of John has basically a major division at chapter 12, or from basically the second half of chapter 1 to chapter 12. And that's Jesus' public ministry. Then chapters 13 through 17, it's his private ministry to his disciples. Chapters 1 through 12 take up a space of about 3.5 years. Chapters 13 through 17 take up the space of probably 6 to 8 hours at most. Then the final chapters are the crucifixion and resurrection. And the very end chapter is an epilogue. It's a very neat, I find it a very fascinating account, which is not included at all in the other Gospels. It's a really neat final end to the book of John. It's a very touching portrait, really, of Jesus' reinstating Peter into the ministry. Well, under Roman numeral 2, point number A, Jesus' early public ministry. He begins his ministry in Galilee, in his hometown. And his ministry really begins with John as his forerunner. John tells the people, "Behold the Lamb of God which taketh away the sins of the world." And when Jesus calls his disciples, a number of his initial disciples began as John's disciples. His ministry then moves on to the miracle at Cana of Galilee. That's chapter 2, verses 1 through 11. This is his first sign. If you have a pen, go ahead and underline that word there, first sign. There are 7 signs in the book of John. Someone tell me, what are these signs for?
To reveal his divinity, his divine nature.
To a degree, yes. That's pretty good, but it's not quite there. Yes.
The people might know he's from God.
Basically, yes, to bear witness of the fact that he indeed is the one sent from God. And he gives that response several times about his works. He says, "The works that I do, they bear witness of me that I am the one sent from the Father." Well, Jesus gives this first sign, the miracle at Cana of Galilee, the changing of the water into grape juice. And at this first sign, the people marvel. And he begins his early ministry then in Jerusalem. It begins with the cleansing of the temple. Jesus actually